I got it all. And is there anyone else that wants on the list before we start the net? Please call now, KF6SYD listening. I'm writing. Kilo Whiskey 1 November Golf, is that correct?
I like to see
Okay. Make a little note. And welcome. And is there anyone else?
Steve, will you check me out? I'm not feeling that swift. W6WUH.
Larry, sorry, and hope you get to feeling better. So go take care of yourself, and we'll catch you next time. So Larry is leaving us, and that's too bad. All right, let's read the preamble. And here it is, and welcome everyone to the Wednesday night West Coast AMI Net. And the purpose of this net is to promote the restoration, preservation, and enjoyment of AM transmitters and all AM equipment, vintage, new, anything you have that'll generate a carrier, at least one sideband analog. You're welcome to check into the net tonight. It makes you one of us. You don't have to have a membership or a number to check into the net. If you'd like an AMI number, you can go to the website aminternational.club, aminternational, all one word, .club, and pay the $5 fee, fill out the form, and you will receive a AMI membership certificate with your own AMI number. My AMI number is 708. And it's neat to have one of those. I'll be your host tonight, KF6SYD, Steve in Long Beach, and I'm running a CCA AM1000D transmitter, inverted V at 70 feet, AKG microphone, and little Behringer stuff and a limiter to keep the width of my signal down. And when I call you, please tell us your name, location, and give us your AMI number if you've got one. Tell us about your equipment or anything else you want to talk about for a minute or so. Tell us if you want something you want to sell, ham radio stuff, or something you're looking for during your check-in. And let me know if you want to be on the list for the round table that will follow the net tonight. And I'll periodically check to see if there's anyone, if there are any stations waiting to get on the list. As we go through the net, I'll do that. So let's go ahead and do a tune-up, and then we'll start things off.
W6IRD, the voice of Orange. W6IRD, the voice of Orange. Kilo 6, India, Romeo, Zulu. 56,
Typical Kenwood, it hadn't changed much.
Well, that was surprising. Now, there was a regular tune-up that I could hear. Of course, I was listening on KFS because I really can't hear too good here at home, but on KFS there was this one big carrier. It just kind of drowned everybody else. The whole tune-up was kind of drowned out by this big carrier. And it was W6YEC George. When you talked, it just like, wow. And everyone else was under it. So that was amazing. To hear on KFS. Oh my God, I don't know how. And I left the volume turned down because can't really hear too much here tonight. All right. I'm going to clear my throat a bunch of times. And Skip, thanks for taking the earlies, and go ahead and take your check in K6LGL, KF6SYD.
Already stretching out. Your signal is down about 22 dB. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm not stepping on anybody. Hang on. Looks okay. KF6SYD. That's how I remember it. The Simpleton idea. And still on the Benton Harbor plate-related suitcase, white metal, really heavy cabinet. And I do have hands I can pull it out here, and a few other mountains I made to it. Solid standard. There's no vacuum rectifiers in it. So it runs pretty cool. And saves a little bit on the AC power. Well, it probably could load more with a little better impedance match into the antenna. You're right about that, Ron. Yeah. I don't push it as much as 160 watts. But that takes a bit of a toll on the 6146s. They're not cool. You can handle it. Anyway, and I have antenna, which probably is getting a little old, should be looked at. We've been up to a generation, so that's good in part. Alrighty. 73, so everybody, good luck. Welcome back from Vietnam, sounding good, and hopefully now, at least, a different situation. KF6 and
Well, okay, Skip, real good. Well, really took a dip there on every way I've got to hear anybody, but I managed to KFS with the lower sideband knocked out was ended up being good enough. So thanks again and have a good evening. And next up to George, WA6HCX. Well, we've still got the rain dance, but it's working. Dave says we've got what kind of river? Heading toward us of storms, heading toward all of us to drench us in rain. So it's working, but I'm not going to stop doing the rain dance. But WA6HCX, your turn, KF6SYD.
Okay, and then I'll turn over to Andy. We kind of got the rotation screwed up a little bit. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, we still have the routine going here. The feathers, my feathers have gotten a little short though, because in the local area we're not getting our share. We're getting some, but not as much as you people. And my God, San Diego, George, I'm sure we're going to hear from him about possible flooding down there. But anyhow, we're grateful for whatever we get. Everything is nice and damp. The flora is flourishing, I should say. So we're happy about that. As you can tell, my cough hasn't gone away, so we're feeling better. But it's going to take a few more days. Anyhow, name is George. We're located in the San Ynez Valley, AMI number 951, and we are running a Collins 20V3 tonight at low power. And well, not much else other than again grateful for the rain, and want to make sure everybody gets their share, but not too much. Not too much. Those of us that live up in higher elevations. We don't have to worry about any of this, but some of the people down lower, we have to be concerned about flooding there. So we don't want to overdo it. I would visit, we have a lot of our rainbows, and we do want a certain Tibetan type prayer that goes with it, with instructions to rain gods. Anyhow, taking up too much time here. We're going to listen for a while. But won't be around for the round table
All right, George. No, I got you and Andy reversed. Sorry, Andy. Certainly wasn't going to leave Andy out. And yeah, we'll keep it up. We don't want to stop yet. We want to make sure we all get plenty of rain. And George in San Diego, he's up on top of a hill. I don't think it can flood him. It just whatever rains on him is all he's going to get. Best I can remember, his place is pretty well. Yeah. Every way he looks is down, so he's a smart man. All right, George, yeah, this thing hangs on for Julie and I, and Valerie got sick, and, it's by New Year's, and we're still, it keeps hitting us and hitting us and hitting us. So we went to the doctor. He said, yeah, in a couple of months you'll be well, so maybe we will. Maybe you will too, George. All right, I'm taking up a lot of time. I realize that. I'll try to keep everything more brief from now on as we go through the list. KD6 TKX in the middle of nowhere. Andy, how you doing tonight? Go ahead.
Okay, Steve, thanks. KF6SYD and the Wednesday night AMI group. Here is Kilo 1 Delta 6 Tango Kilo X-ray. Andy, located at Curry Mountain, which is about 80 miles southwest of Fresno, California. Yeah, you'll be a happy camper. You get to the house. Carrier 1845. Thanks to John for doing that and all the other stuff he does for AMI. And tonight running the BC 610 Holocrafters set with a 614 Speed Champ and a D104 going into Carnival. Yeah, that's about where you can shake your own and hopefully it's working out okay. And 88 for the receiver, the antennas are full. Let's stop the roundtable. So great to hear everybody out there tonight. Sounds like the band may be changing, but everyone's still coming in great this time. So thanks to Skip for taking the earlies and Steve doing a great job as always. Back to net. KF6SYD, KD6.
All right, Andy. Big signal. Yeah, you've got it. Got it working good. Good to hear you. Next up, Kevin, WA6JKN in Gilroy. It's your turn, Kevin. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. It's good to hear you in there tonight. You got a booming signal. Skip was the weakest I've heard him in a long while. Even on KFS, it was a little bit of a struggle there, Skip, but glad you were able to hear me and get checked in. I appreciate the relay from VWS, and so far I agree with that the band seems like it's starting to change already, so I'm going to keep this transmission short. This is Kevin Gilroy. I'm operating the 7610 with digital pre-distortion hopefully to create somewhat of a brick wall on the 3 KCs on each side of center, and running a full legal limit. All right, so there you go. The antenna's the same, the microphone's the SM50. So back to you, Steve. Let's keep this on quick because the band is probably going to not last. KF6SYD, WA6JKM.
All right, Kevin. Well, my crystal ball doesn't work, but who knows? But I was eating up a lot of time, and at least I won't do that. Great signal, big signal into Long Beach. Next up is Ron, 36 VWS. Thanks for the help tonight, Ron. It's your turn.
All right, Steve Jones, 36 VWS. On here at Joshua Street, AMI number 1671, and running the Valiant version 1, 150 watt carrier, and feeding with a Turner Plus 3 microphone, listening on the NC125, also the BC348J with the 42 speaker, and got the Q multiplier trimmed up on the national, and that's going up in the Drake W4 watt meter to SA2040. You get an antenna to it, collapse up to the kind of falls off the shelf, and doing the swap of the round table, and we're in an El Nino. We're in an El Nino about this year, so the levels of water that is El Nino. And Chris, if you're listening, let me know if you found that too. And with that, Steve, knowing the swap of the round table, and so back to you, sounding good, Steve. KF6SYD, 36
Okay, Ron. Yeah, I understand. No, they've said that before, and it didn't rain at all. But since you're saying it, it gives it a lot more credibility. So we're ready for it. I hope. Thank you, Ron. Next up, Bill, WA6LJR. It's your turn, Bill. Go ahead. That's not there. WA6LJR, Bill, KF6SYD calling. Oh, who was that? Oh, okay. I've got you on the thing there, Wayne. Oh yeah, you were helping me out. I'm on KFS. If I had been on the local receiver, now I know what you said. You said, Bill, are you there? And you were helping out. Thank you, Wayne. I don't think he's there. So we'll put a little, and I should quit jabbering. Jeff, KK6IRZ, it's your turn. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, very good. KF6SYD with the Wednesday night AMI group. This is KK6IRZ. Jeff in the thriving metropolis of Chino, California. And I'm hearing everybody with the local receiver.
Yeah, I like my cheer. I can just go from one side.
I'm not cheating. No, it's okay. We'll forgive. Net control needs to be able to hear everybody. But yeah, signals are definitely all over the place, and there's definitely some rough copy tonight. The band is certainly changing around. But so far, I've heard everybody okay with the local receiver, and I think not only is George the strong one into KFS, but he blew out my speaker here in Chino also. So we'll see how things continue. Running the homebrew setup here, same stuff. Same stuff as always, the Bervin DJS 750, which is a homebrew transmitter with a single 5500 modulated by a pair of 813s, but before I left for Vietnam, I was in the process of building a new link-coupled balanced antenna tuner, so currently I'm just running QRP with the transmitter at about 300 watts. Oh my God, I hate running it there. AMI number 1809, 1809. I'm not going to be around for the round table. Don't think I'm going to make it. I will listen through, but I think I'm going to go inside and cheat on the SDR and listen that way for the rest of the way through. Wayne, now that I'm back, I'll probably give you a call tomorrow. We'll get together and work out the tube thing and all that stuff. But the transmitter seems to still be doing a good job for you, so that's good to know. And everybody else, like I say, been about a month now that I've been gone. It's good hearing everybody. I have been listening in on KFS and other SDRs while I was in Vietnam, so I've tried to keep up on the ins and outs of what's been going on. But of course, things were a little bit crazy. Not going to keep it long. I'll tell the story another day when conditions are a little bit better. But the short story is we went over because my wife's mother ended up passing, and we had to do the whole big funeral things and all the other stuff. So just got back this afternoon at 4:30. We drove into the house and fired things up and said, okay, it's Wednesday night. Time to say hello to everybody, and I'm glad I was able to get in here. So back over to you, Steve. KF6SYD with the Wednesday night AMI group. This is KK6IRZ, Jeff in Chino.
All right, Jeff. Yeah. Welcome back. Tell her I'm sorry about her mom, and I'm sorry for what y'all had to go through. But it's good that it's done. So welcome back, Jeff. Good to hear you. See you sometime. Okay, next, WA6JUS. John, are you there? It's your turn for the net tonight. Go ahead. Yeah, you're there, John. Go ahead.
That is the tectonic 585. That is the big plug-in, you know. I'm still pulling out of the rear skirt and wrestle it over to a pin and take the bottom and the side panels off. They certainly are beautiful things. Yeah, completely into it, and with only 10, 12 volts, it was starting to draw about a third of an amp. I'm starting to admire great tectonics oscilloscope. Maybe that's good for me. My number is 258. Sigma move a throttle back to about 110-15 watts. Just carry on.
Okay, John. Yeah, be patient with those capacitors. You give that power to it little at a time. They may start to reform. and you'll notice it's pulling less and less, and you can turn the voltage up more and more. So they might reform the capacitors, and you might end up with something that'll work without replacing too much. So good luck on the Tektronix scope. Got you? Well, I don't yet. Let me write you down for the round table. And I'll stop yakking and keep going here. Thanks, John. Next up, Larry, W8. Oh, wait, where did the button go? Yeah. W6. WU8. Why can't I read that? W6, WU8. Larry, it's your turn. Go ahead.
I thought I was timed out because we had the solar on me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I heard him. He said it, and I didn't cross him off the list. Okay. Next. George, W8 Victor Golf. George, it's your turn. Go ahead for the net tonight.
He's already 20 and book. The AMI net here is W8 Victor Golf. George out here in Oro Valley, Arizona, about 10 miles north of Tucson, the old Pueblo. And I was hearing everybody pretty well on the local receiver. Steve, you're nice and strong. George, YEC is here. But I kicked on KFS to help me. I've got a little bit of southern moss in there. Not too bad, but
Well, we get a longer extension.
the farther west is. Anyways, we're starting to dry out here after 3 days of solid rain, Steve. I think yesterday and the day before we got about 1.5 inches. And today was all cloudy. I think it's going to clear up tomorrow. So things are nice and green. We don't have grass in the yards here. We have rocks, and I've got weeds growing in my rocks now. They'll probably burn off here in March and April when it warms up. So we're trying to stay warm and dry here. Anyways, I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm on the same stuff tonight. A pair of 813s modulated by a pair. And listening on the 390 and KFS. Antennas and inverted V for 160 up about 40 feet, fed with ladder line. Down here to a homebrew link tuner. Anyways, AMI numbers 1814, nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. And I'm going to hang around a little bit here, but we won't make the round table tonight. I'm going to kind of go in and turn in early there with the chicken.
Yeah,
anyway, thanks for holding the net, Steve. Great job this way. And thanks, Skipper, for picking me up there on the early. Back over it comes. KF6SYD.
Okay, George, we'll know you're listening. And I think your rocks are going to do better now after this rain. And yeah, you don't use any weed killer. Just burn them right out in summer. I'd really take care of those things. Thanks for being here, George. Next it's been a while. Ted in New Mexico. Los Alamos, New Mexico. W5VXE, Ted. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Well, tough copy tonight here.
Sounds like a 5-star.
Utah SDR, but signals come up on the OCPR here now. And getting you in the whole extra jump there from sideband and what here. Again, the name is Ted. Tango Echo Delta. AMI number is 1286.
It's always been a flag over here.
Now we're running our old 833A rack here. 4-125 modulating. Homebrew speeds up. D1A mic sort of, but it's got a JQ.
Oh, right, take your
Almost
been around everything fast.
for the 843A with a Viking 2. Receiving the GPR 91. And the CD591 slicer isn't working tonight with the signal jam here. Lots of 300 watts going out there. 80 meter center for about 40 feet. Pulse swapping all over tonight. Get to hear the group such as we can here. Back to you, Steve, and all here. 46SYD, W5VXE.
All right, Ted. Yeah, you're the best on northern Utah, but then KFS, you came up on KFS, and locally I'm having a little trouble, but yeah, we're boxed in all around us tonight, so I have to narrow things down to get people in. Thanks for being here, Ted. Don't be a stranger. See you next week. Next, my good friend George, W6YEC with the big signal from Lemon Grove. George, it's your turn. Go ahead.
How about that? Yeah, very good, Steve. Thanks for taking the net. Everybody sounded quite nice tonight. Good copy on everybody down here in San Diego. And, yeah, you're right. I'm up high. We get rain, we get a rush of water in the Lemon Grove River behind us. And you could tell that the water had really rushed through there because the grass was all pushed down. So I didn't have a chance to look at it when it was raining so hard. And it's always fun watching the water rush down. And but it gets down to the bottom of the hill there, then the poor people on that end get the results of it. And I've seen pictures. I haven't been out and about because I haven't been driving. So I haven't gotten stuck in all the water out there. But I've seen some damaged roads because of the flooding. That's for sure. And it is quite unique. It doesn't usually happen this way. So thanks for taking the net tonight. We're here on the Ranger with the AKG microphone through a Behringer, trying to adjust the audio a bit. And we're driving the Shuttle Breaker 220 for about 300 watts of carrier. And we like the 300 watt level. By the way, welcome home to Jeff. And thanks for the reports tonight. And keeping your wife in prayer. I know she's going through this time. It's a difficult time. Anyway, your home brew sounds great. John's home brew sounds great. Just a great bunch of radios on there this evening. And we're listening on a Hamilton HQ110 Alpha with a little bit of modifications. A Glomus amplifier that we restored, push-pull 6V6s, and a beautiful, I think it's an SB23 Hallicrafter speaker. It's a beautiful speaker and really does the job on the audio on this thing. So anyway, that's the layout of the land on the full-wave loop up there, about 40 feet or so. Seems to just keep percolating along. We're so grateful when we have winds come through and we see that our wires are still up in the air and haven't had to deal with them. So I've got some other things I'm going to deal with. I discovered today some rodents that need to be dealt with. Other than that, everything is good. I'm going to make a trip up to LA tomorrow with our friend Joe, KG6SQC. We're taking some amplifiers up to Island Amplifier tomorrow, so that'll be a nice road trip. And I've got Phil's TW1 we're going to drop off. My Genton went down, and then another ham has what was it, an Alpha 76A. And more than I can handle, so we're going to take it up to John up there at Island Amplifier. We've heard good reports about him, so we'll look to see how all this turns out. Anyway, the last word I had on Phil, he was doing quite well, and they're looking to put him in a kind of a convalescent home, just a convalescent, and then getting home. And his neighbors will probably be helping with him, and they have been helping already, taking care of the animals and what have you. So I had a great report from Phil yesterday, and I think his kidneys are working again, so that's awesome. And hoping to see him home real soon. Okay, Steve, that's enough from me. No on a round table. Back to you there. KF6SYD, W6YE.
K0 Silver
K0 Sierra Foxtrot. I've got you on the list. You're down about, 8 or 10 stations. So, George, thanks for the report on Phil. Sorry that, well, it really took him down, didn't it? But it sounds like he'll be okay one of these days. But it sounds like it's pretty, he still will be a little wiped out for a while. But I'm glad he's going to get better. Hope everything goes on your trip up here. We're heading down there tomorrow to Mesa Grande. So we'll pass each other on the way, maybe. Who knows? But enjoy your trip out. Hope it all works out, George. And let's put out a call and see if there are any other stations that want to get on the list for the net before we continue with it. Please call now, KF6SYD listening.
NA7RH, we got the Alpha 7 Radio Hotel.
All right, Bob. I even wrote you down so I won't forget. NA7RH, I have you, and anyone else. All right, let's keep it going with KI6CSA. Chris, how you doing tonight, Chris? Go ahead.
Sorry for your loss there, Jeff. Good to hear you on the radio. I know John off the radio, you were redoing your aircraft lines or whatever. That's I heard. But I haven't been on the air, so I'll have to have it. I heard on the other street, with Bob, and we'll be listening out. Getting on the map. Doing the net. Good to hear you, Steve. KF6, SYD, KF6.
Yeah, Chris, what tube are you guys looking for? Wayne wants to know.
2312.
2C22, is that right?
Correct.
It's like 2 Charlie 22, Wayne.
Two Victor 22. I'll see if I have one.
Okay, Wayne's gonna look. Thanks, Wayne. And it's for Ron, KD6VWS. I think Ron's the one that needs a tube, so thank you, Wayne. Okay, let's go out to earthquake country. Hesperia, NY6L. How you doing, Jay? KF6SYD.
Good evening, Steve. KF6SYD, NY6L here. We'll keep it short. Well, I have preliminary of 4.4 magnitude, and it's probably right around the Lytle Creek area, so I'll probably find more things about it. Okay, we're running the Super Senior here. Dual microphone, and that's all feeding into a Palstar HF auto tuner, and that's going out to a new dipole antenna. Palomar Engineers managed to 6-meter dipole up at about 40 feet. And I want to thank Juan, KB6KMU. He spent the weekend here, and we both went to Claremont Swap Meet, and then came up, and then the next day after the rain stopped, went ahead and swapped out antenna. So, Steve, hopefully we'll see you at TRW. It's not going to rain, so anyway, AMI number 1548, and nothing to buy, sell, or swap, and no on the round table because the band is changing quickly there. So back there to you, Steve, KF6SYD, NY6L, Jay here in shaky Hesperia.
All right, you'll shake until you get settled in. Don't know if I'll come on Saturday. Depends on how wiped out I feel after getting back Friday night from Mesa Grande. Or if we stay 2 days, then I won't be there at all. We'll see. I want to go out there and look for those cameras, and see you too. But I don't know if I'll be really wanting to do it by the time Saturday morning comes along. Maybe I won't be back in town, but maybe we'll see you, Jay. All right. Next up, Larry with the mighty Viking Ranger KN6IYC. It's your turn, Larry. Go ahead.
Yes, I am. I'm Viking Ranger.
Okay, Larry, you held in and drifted off frequency a little bit and came back. So, great copy tonight, and sure enjoy hearing that thing as well as it works. All right, out to Tarzana. Dave, WJ6W, go ahead, my friend.
Okay, Steve, thank you very much. KF6SYD, WJ6W with the AMI group tonight. And conditions are holding up very well. Hear you just fine, Steve, and everyone else. So, yeah, I'm glad to hear George didn't suffer from the flooding, and I hope no one else that we know down there did. I haven't really, I wasn't aware of all the flooding until I guess, what one was it? Last night or night before on the news, but that was kind of surprising. So it's good to hear Phil's doing better. And Jeff, here you're back. So glad you're back after the tremendous ordeal over there in Vietnam, excuse me. And I hope everyone's recovering there. And Jay, I didn't hear about the earthquake yet, so that's all news to me. I'm learning so much tonight. Anyway, we're running the Super Senior as Jay is here. I guess that's it. AMI number 1235. No swap or no round table. And I'll send it back to you, Steve. KF6SYD WJ6W.
Okay, Dave. No, we were all here, and I guess you didn't hear. Jay goes, he keys up and goes, Skip was talking, and Jay goes, there's an earthquake right now here in this area. So I started feeling for it, pay attention. Can I feel anything shaking? No, I didn't feel anything at all. So that was after we were already here on the radio together. Great signal from Tarzana tonight, Dave, and we'll keep her moving along. K6ZTA, Vaughn. It's your turn, Vaughn. Go ahead.
Yeah, KF6SYD, K6ZTA. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, thanks for running the show tonight. And, good to hear Jeff back. It's great to have him back. And, hi there, Jeff. If you're listening on the KFS or something like that. And, really great to hear that Phil is doing better. Yeah, his kidneys are functioning. That's really wonderful. The earthquake, I haven't felt the earthquake either. I heard Jay when he said it also, and but didn't feel anything, didn't see anything shaking, no rattles or anything like that. So that was short-lived. It was a 4 in Lytle Creek. Okay. I know where that is approximately. Near the Cajon Pass, I think. I think that's where that is. Yeah, out near San Bernardino. Okay, running the Viking 2, and the SX96, and the MRNV at 50 feet, 55 feet, and the microphone is a D104. So no on the swap, no on the round table. Thank you, and have a good evening. KF6SYD, K6ZTA.
Okay, Vaughn, have a good evening as well. And yeah, when Jay said it, I thought like, okay, here it comes. And I waited, no, there's nothing. So, oh well. We'll get some excitement one of these days, but we didn't get it this time. Next out, oh yeah, Matthew. N4DLA, Matthew, it's your turn, go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Steve. KF6SYD and the West Coast AMI net. DLA in Orinda, California. Newsflash, it's raining again here. About 15 miles east of San Francisco. AMI number 1618. Screen modulated, about 75 watt carrier, or 50 watt carrier, crystal controlled, into a 75 meter coaxial dipole, sloping down from 60 feet, straight fed, Turner 450 decibel microphone, and been using 2 receivers tonight because of the earlier QRM. Had to use the Lafayette HA800B. That's a little bit narrower bandwidth because I haven't figured out the Q multiplier yet on the fraternal twin of the Knight T150A, the R100A with the matching heavy speaker. No on swap, no on round table. Great conditions tonight. Being able to hear Larry really occasion. My tail laying shaky wise. It was scary. And that Northridge earthquake 30 years ago this month, and I happened to be down in San Bernardino when it hit. Anyway, getting back early to skip K6LGS. KF6SYD, West Coast AMI, from N4DLA.
Okay, Matthew, that was tough. I got quite a bit of it. I heard you're using 2 receivers, but only on northern Utah was I able to get a voice out of that. And then, yeah, it came up pretty good for a minute, and then went back down toward the end, kind of went back down into the noise. Had one notch of filter turned on, it helped a little bit. But that was tough, Matthew, but you made it. Catch you next time, Matthew. That's good deal. Okay. Well, he wasn't there. Let's try it. KN6US, KF6SYD calling. No, it just, boy, and he was loud too. Oh well. No. Out to La Cañada, where everything's cool. And you know, Bob, I never thought of trying to peel the old sticker off the license plate before I put the new one on. It never occurred to me to think of doing that, but that's what makes WA9JIB special, is that you take that real extra care above and beyond. Yeah. WA9JIB, Bob, it's your turn. Go ahead.
KF6SYD in the group, WA9JIB. Oh, what can I say, Steve? That's the way it tells you to do it. And I used to do it the old way, just kept pulling them on top of the other ones. But, you know, sometimes bad people who can't get their car registered come and steal people's tags. I think if it's not on metal, if it's just on the one right below it, it's easier to pull off. So anyway, that's one of the reasons I do it. Plus, the engineer in me just wants it to be perfect. What can I say? But it takes longer. You got to scrape the old one off, come off clean. You know, that's why I do it. So let's see. Anyway, please, someone who's going to be able to visit Phil, pass my well wishes on to him. Jeff, welcome back on your international travels. And I'm running the usual AM station, D104, Johnson Viking Valiant, version 1.0, 140 snap, inverted V dipole, 35 feet, Hammerland HQ 129 X-ray. Matthew, I did hear you, your voice in there just barely. I put the BFO on. You did have a decently strong carrier, not super strong, but decently strong. I'm assuming you're using the T150. I just wonder if a hotter mic would give you a little more audio there, so something to think about. But anyway, just a comment. I was able to copy part of what you got. So let's see. Yeah, it's cool here. I'll probably just go call it an evening. Watch a Star Trek. Yeah, no AMI number, no buy-sell swap, and no round table. Doesn't sound like there's going to be one anyway, given conditions, which are so-so. Not great, not horrible, just so-so. At my location. So with that, I tell everybody that's listening to San Diego next Monday, which will be a JIB night, to run the net. So look forward to seeing a lot of you there. And back to you, Steve, KF6SYD, WA9JIB.
All right, Bob, and that's right. Next Monday evening at 7 o'clock is the 5th Monday of this month, and it's a WA9JIB night. Bob will be hosting the net on Monday night. I'll sure be there, and looking forward to it. And enjoy your Star Trek. There's seen them all a bunch of times, so have fun, Bob. And yeah, they make those where you're not supposed to be able to peel those off. That's the whole point. So something's really amazing you're able to do it. But yeah, I had one stolen once, and if it hadn't been on top of a big pile, it would have been harder for him to get, that's for sure. Okay, let's go to Sharon and Wayne. K6IRD, Sharon, are you there? It's your turn for the net tonight. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to say no, she's not here tonight. This is Wayne, W6IRD, and Sharon is unavailable tonight, unfortunately. She's in-house doing some things, and she can't hear me. I need earphones tonight. Half the guys are in the noise level with my receiver. I don't know what the hell I keep doing, blowing up receivers, but I do. Anyway, the last guy I heard you hear was George, YAC. He was the loudest one, and a couple others were pretty loud. But YAC was very, very loud this evening. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna call it and quit myself. I've been under the weather. I'm going to a sleepover tomorrow night. I'm going to a sleep test. I'll be spending the whole night in bed by myself, in a little locked room with all kinds of wires tied to it. I hope I'll enjoy that. Yeah, sure. I bet you guys would too. Anyway, for that I want to say my 73s. It's been fun listening to everybody tonight. I covered just about everybody. A couple of them I didn't cover too well. But anyway, I looked for that two Victor 22. That's a small tube for portable radios. I'll see if I have one. I probably do, but I have to look for it. I got over 2,000 tubes out there, so I can't even go around and find it. Okay, good night, everybody, and best to everybody. Steve, you did a beautiful job tonight. It's great hearing you. How do you copy me? WA6, KF6SYD, W6IRD.
Sound good, Wayne. Modulate strong and talking clear, and it's good here. And say hi to Sharon. And boy, I hope if somebody put me in a room away from home and told me that I was there, what I was supposed to do is sleep, I wouldn't sleep a wink all night long. So I hope you do better than I would do, and hope they're able to help with something. That's probably what it's for. Probably go there and do that, probably help with something. I hope it helps, Wayne. Anyway, looking forward to hearing about it when you get done doing that sometime. That'd be interesting. Good luck, Wayne. Take care of yourself. What do we have left here? I have 3 stations left, and then we'll call for more, see if there's any other stations that want to get on the list before we close the net off. So next up is KW1NG. KW1NG, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Comment, Steve?
Oh, I'm probably screwed up again. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I want to let Wayne know that has 2 caps on top, a grid cap and a plate cap. It's a 2C22, and it's also a 7193 equivalent, and that's used in an iPhone 360 sweep generator. So back to you, Steve. KF6SYD, KD6BWS.
Oh, I didn't write that down. Wayne, did you hear, Ron?
The trash is already gone. So I'm going to see what we have tomorrow. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I doubled with Wayne. It sounded like Wayne heard you, Ron. Okay, thanks, Wayne. Yeah, he said it's the same as 7193. That's all right. I was busy screwing up over here. I didn't hear the rest of what Ron said, but I think you did. Okay, good. All right. I didn't hear. KW1NG, go ahead. It's your turn.
Thanks, Skip, for taking the earliest. My goodness. This is Tim, and we're about east of San Diego, and we're running a 7610 AM generator listening on KFS tonight, and amplifier is a 3001, and I've got 100 watt carrier with 400 watt each audio, so should be sounding okay. I hope seems to do a pretty good job that way. AMI is 1877, 1877, and I will have no round table or
really did come down, but we only had one little problem out in front with one of the drains. We had to set we have a pool pump that we use as a fire pump, and we had to set that in to keep the water from going in our garage, because our garage is about 10 feet down from the street, so we get a lot of water in the front of the house. One of the drains was plugged, which we had a take out, so it should be okay for me. Wonderful. That's it for me tonight. I will turn it on FYD, KW1NG 73.
All right, I think it's Ken. Sorry about the drains. I know you're ready for it next time. Hope everything didn't get messed up too bad. Had to pump the water out. But all right, real good. Thanks for sticking around and being here. Next up, K0SF. Your turn in New Mexico, I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Steve. So I'm in Minnesota. So I'll keep it short. My name is also Steve, Sierra Tango, Echo Victor Echo, and I'm about 20 miles northwest of Minneapolis. Nice signals up here, although for most stations I'm using KFS tonight. Again, name is Steve. About 33 degrees here in Minneapolis. I'm having a big thaw right now. Almost all the snow is gone. We never really got much to begin with. Very temperature. I am running a Collins 20V3 that I converted, and this thing on either KFS on the computer or a National MC300. My antenna is a pair of inverted V's. The apex is up on about 100 feet. KF6SYD, K0 Sugar Fox, over.
All right, Steve, well, welcome. You should check in with us every week. It's a big signal. And, yeah, it's not NM, it's MN. I looked you up on QRZ, and I transversed the letters. It's, yeah, Minnesota. Very cool. And I saw your broadcast rig on your page, and I have a broadcast transmitter as well that I'm using right now. It's a CCA AM1000D. But yours sounds beautiful, and we appreciate you checking in with us. So very, very good. And yeah, thanks for being here. We have one more station left on the list, and we'll see if there's anyone else. Now, Bob, NA7RH. Go ahead, Bob, it's your turn.
Okay, KF6SYD in the net, NA7RH. Pardon that, I had my J2B on here and it was making a racket. Anyway, I'm certainly enjoying the net the last half. Conditions since the southern moss went away, conditions have improved greatly, and no problem copying most everyone now, except for Matthew. I couldn't hear a hint. I don't know, it's very unusual that I can't hear Matthew either at KFS or locally. Sometimes he's stronger locally than KFS, and maybe I could have tried northern Utah, but it was no go for Matthew this evening. But okay on Phil, doing better, and the magnitude 4 earthquake there to the east of Los Angeles. But we all know that earthquakes happen all the time in Los Angeles. If you look at those websites that actually show the earthquakes as they're happening, there are about 12 of those websites in the Los Angeles area monitoring all the time, and they're happening at a low level all the time. It's interesting to watch. What else? Yeah, peeling the stickers off the I don't know how you do. That's really hard to peel those stickers off, the ones they have here. Maybe they're the same. But my pile is probably 22 thick now. I've had this car 23 years, 22 years, so I imagine someone could knock off the top layer there without a problem. I ought to look at that. And Wayne was coming in very nicely, sounding good, and just about as strong as you were, Steve, so you got some competition. And we've had gentle rain the last few days, and never anything more than that. It's just been wonderful. I sure wish it would happen in August rather than in the middle of the winter, though. And the K0F single Sierra Fox from Minnesota was nice and strong in here and sounding wonderful. And that's about it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm still on the sweep tube special. An 8236 modulated by 1625s in parallel push-pull out of the Edo Blaro Handbuck. AMI 1543 and nothing to swap nor on the round table. So KO6 SYD NA7RH.
Okay, I'll right back to you, Bob, but hold on. Another station just broke in. Try again. Let me put my ear down to the speaker.
W6RZ. That is Bob still on the air. TVWS. I've got some Amperex here. They're 5894. I've got some others in there. I didn't find it. I didn't recognize the number for that when he told me. Will you repeat that number, please?
Yeah, Ron, did you hear that?
Yeah, Wayne. It's 7193. 7193. Or at 2C22. 2 Charlie 22. It has two caps on top. It has a wood cap and a plate cap. And it's an active top. Over.
Okay, well, Bob, I may have it. I'll look and see, but I never did ring a bell, but I knew a bunch of these. Is that a compact on? Or is it a regular, compact?
Yeah, okay, Wayne.
All right, you guys. NA7RH, Bob. Yeah, we have earthquakes all the time. We don't feel them anymore. You have one every 2-3 an hour. And I looked on the map, that's about what it is. We just don't notice them no more. We're just the big ones. Right. Has to be pretty big now to catch our attention out here. And yeah, the stickers, they make them gooey now. They started making the sticker for your license plate gooey and soft, so it's even harder to get them off. You get one corner loose, you start pulling, you just pull a little corner off, you think. I haven't tried it. Bob's the only one that knows how to do it. And, but not me, not yet. I might try that sometime. Anyhow, NA7RH, good to hear you. Great signal here in the Long Beach. It's just turn off the computer and listen to you. That's the way it was. Okay, that is everyone for the net checked in that I have. Are there any stations out there that haven't checked in yet that want to check into the net? If so, please call now. Okay, I have got John WA6JUS for the round table. Are there any other, is there any one of you else that wants to stick around for the round table? No, John, there's nobody. And I kind of got to go too, so next time maybe the band will be better for everyone. Thank you, all of you, for being part of this tonight. It's still a thrill to do this once a month. I enjoy this very much, or actually twice a month. But on Wednesday, it's one time a month. And everyone have a good evening. Thanks again. KF6SYD signing clear. Good night.